everybody. Welcome back to episode 4 of Ethan Hahn Plus One. Here I am in kind of a new style of the studio, because I've been moving things around in the garage. And I know what everyone's wondering. Who do you got today for guest star? Is it Jesus? Is it Santa? Because Christmas just happened? No. Santa got COVID. We got a special guest star. It's a guy I've known for thousands of years, and he's a best friend of mine. Everybody, meet Donovan Chamberlain.
I'm a recurring character on the Ethan Hahn Aguilar show, and my roots, creative roots go deep with Ethan. So this is going to be a great little chat.
Very, very deep. And one thing I want to point out to everybody, as you all can see, Donovan is tuning in through Zoom. Now, I know what you're all thinking is maybe because he has COVID. That is not the reason why. Donovan, tell everyone where you are right now.
I'm not in the East Coast. I'm in Reno, Nevada.
Reno, Nevada.
Of the TV show.
Of the TV.
Reno 911.
Oh.
You know that show?
I do know that show. Oh, that's where it's from.
Yeah.
I always assumed Reno 911 was just in California. Maybe I'm just dumb for that. Okay. Have you seen any of the Reno 911 members going around? You say hi to them?
No.
So explain to everyone. So everybody, a lot of you might know Donovan. Let's give him some backstory here, bud. He was Tyler and Tyler on the Ethan Hahn Aguilar show.
Was that my first appearance?
I think that was your first appearance with Amani Thurman, who will be tuning in on here soon in person. And that was always a fun time having you on the videos, dude. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you didn't feel degraded or anything. That's slapping butts.
No.
Yeah.
No, what a fun activity to do with a buddy.
And this is even more fun, because now, I feel like there's not a lot of pressure. It's just kind of us talking. The only pressure is if something audio or video wise might go off, but it's still fun at the end of the day. And
exactly.
So again, Donovan's in Nevada, and pretty much, how long have you been there?
Yeah, I mean, I've been in Nevada since June.
Since June. And reason being, Donovan had a job there, working on trails, clearing up trails in the desert. Clarify for us a little bit what you got going on, what you had going on. Yeah, because you're not doing it anymore, right?
Oh no, I'm not doing it anymore. For a while there, I was doing invasive species removal in the desert. So I was weeding.
Invasive species removal. So if something's fucking around with that plant, you got to get rid of that shit.
No, you're getting rid of a plant that is invasive.
Invasive of the trail? Invasive plants.
So yeah, this plant that's it's a Scotch thistle. It's a really sharp thorn. Okay. And I had to spray it with herbicide. And it was 100 degrees outside. It was crazy.
And this is an 8-hour job.
Yeah, and then that was the first part of my summer. After I left Delaware, and then the second half I was a lumberjack. I was cutting down trees. And with a chainsaw.
You going up? Hang on, cutting down trees. Are you are you putting that little harness on and going up? Are you going that hard, or are you just chopping down with an axe at the bottom of a tree?
No, a chainsaw.
Chainsaw. Okay. How big of a tree would you say you've cut down? What's the biggest tree you cut down by yourself?
By myself. In Vermont, it was probably 100 feet, 150 feet tall pine. But here, it was more 50 feet were the biggest ones. Okay. But it was.
Was it hard to learn? Was it hard to learn?
No, it was exhausting.
I could see that.
You had to build up a strength.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Were you pooping in the woods? Were you pooping in the woods? Peeing in the woods? That's the
I have some great pooping in the woods stories.
Because this is
and you know what?
Yeah.
I was thinking of this when I was watching a previous episode of
this is the America I want, everybody. This is the America I want, where we can poop wherever. Now, Donovan is about to be a spokesman for us being able to poop wherever we want. So give us a good few pooping stories. What did you do over there?
I managed to go almost the entire summer not having to poop just in the fucking desert. Just walk away.
You got lucky.
But when we would go to work in the morning, we would get a shovel and we put a TP on it, on like through the handle. Yeah. And that was the poop shovel and the poop handle. Oh, and shit. So let me inform our listeners and viewers here how to poop in the wilderness and reduce your impact. You know what I mean? You don't want to be leave no trace. Sometimes you have to leave your poop.
See,
you're not gonna pack out your poop.
So I like that. If we just if we're all given like mini shovels, and then as long as you poop, don't leave it out for someone to step on. You can dig up a hole and then poop in the hole. It's nature. Exactly it. It's a natural fertilizer too. Yeah. Yes.
and like that's actually what thru hikers do. Like people that hike the Appalachian Trail. Mm-hmm. You know, you gotta poop. You just hike, go a little bit off the trail and dig. Sure. It's supposed to be 6 inches deep. That's the regulation.
Oh, really? That's the regulation for it.
That's kind of hard. That's kind of hard in like rocky soil.
Oh shit! So you got to really get in there.
Okay, so now to my poop story.
Yeah.
So it was. This is we were moved on. We were on chainsaw work at the time. Okay. And we started the day before the sun rises. The sun rises. It's approaching 98 degrees outside. It's 8 a.m. Mm-hmm. And anyways, so I get up and we start cutting down trees, you know, and like I'm breaking up sweat. I'm like, oh shit, I need to take a dump now. So I just like turn off my chainsaw and like I put my helmet down and I just kind of like hike over. And at this time I had a bunch of blisters on my feet, so it was like ow ow ow. Yeah. And then I grab the shovel and then like I have to hike a quarter mile away. Yeah. And this is like no trails. This is all like rocks.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to
not
be private. You know, I'm trying to not be seen by my coworkers.
Yeah. Shit.
And I'm like, okay, it's coming out. And then I find a rock, a big rock, and like I pick it up, and it left a hole, and I was like, perfect.
Yeah.
And then I dropped trowel, and then I did the business.
Did the business.
And
are these now not to get so descriptive, guys? Was this a solid poop or a kind of a wetty poop? Yeah. A solid poop. Okay, so that makes it easier. Okay, good. That made it easier.
Lucky.
Yeah.
That was a lucky occasion. And then one pinch, and I just got the TP and the hand sanitizer. Yeah. And this is your options with the toilet paper. Mm-hmm. You can either pack it out, which I mean, if you have a Ziploc bag, or bury it with poop, or burn it.
Oh, burn it! Did you ever resort to the burning? Did you ever do that, the burning part, or no?
You're not allowed to in California in the summer.
Oh, makes sense. Well, you could have been the start to one of the wildfires trying to like get rid of your poo. Okay.
Yes, I poop, and then I'm like, oh, that wasn't so bad. That was my first like pooping in the wilderness, and I was like so nervous. Okay. And then something bit me on my ass.
Oh shit!
Like a bug.
Oh fuck!
And I didn't see it, but I was like, ow! It like pinched me, and
yeah. It was like a quick little nick. It didn't like infect you or anything?
No, but it felt like a sting.
Because I was actually like, while you were telling the story, I was gonna ask like, you're not scared that something's gonna bite you or anything like that, but it happens. So, do you know where the bite is? Were you able to see it?
I didn't see the insect. It made a bump, but it went away in a few days.
See, we got our own. Delaware has its own Bear Grylls, which is Donovan Chamberlain. Yeah, because you did all that because your passion, your thing, Donovan's thing that he likes to do is environment, nature stuff. That's kind of like how you and Amani were raised a little bit, kind of like being one with nature. Because I think, Amani's into that stuff. Like, I think he recently was
kind of inspired me to like, I was studying physics. And that was my major in college, but like he said he was interested in the environment.
I think he's
I don't like physics.
I think he's jealous because I think the last time, well, mainly because I went to his house not too long. Actually, it was a while ago. I forget why. I think it was like during quarantine. I just wanted to see him. I drove in front of his house. I kind of like what I did with you that one time, and then me and him talked, and then when I mentioned like, yeah, Donovan's out there, man. He's like, yeah. Oh, like he had this look where he's like it's what he wanted to do, yeah. And yeah, shout out to Monty. Yeah, you're gonna be on here soon, dude, and you can tell your side of the story. But
it's funny. He texted me just now. He sent me like a song request.
Oh really? do you
like a song?
Do you still stay in touch with Monty and your mom frequently?
Oh, of course. Oh yeah. And like you got to tell me like my situation now. I have an apartment and I'm working at a clothing distributor.
Patagonia,
warehouse.
Right? Patagonia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have a really well-paying job.
Yeah.
And I have an apartment, and I live by myself, and I have nothing to do.
Yeah. Now, okay, so because last time we talked, you called me because you just said you were feeling lonely. And even like I think it's good we're doing this now because I may hopefully I'm filling your void for the day for whatever social aspect you're missing. Are you making good friends? Because Donovan's working at Patagonia now. He got a little hookup. Are you making a lot of friends there right now? Like, are people friendly?
Yeah, I mean, like I'm friendly with the people at work.
Yeah,
but like
nothing
really
yet.
Know any of them like that.
Oh, at least yet. I think Donovan's a good people's person. I think sooner or later you're gonna go out. You guys you'll grab some what's like a fast food place over there, dude. Grab some is In-N-Out a thing there?
Yeah,
it's like
In-N-Out.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big thing out here. I've actually never eaten there. I had an opportunity, but the line was way too long.
It might be overrated. Don't expect the best thing ever. It's very overrated. At least when I had it, and I know a lot of people might be getting mad about that, but it was like whatever. The animal fries or whatever too. But you don't have Wawa over there, man. Do you miss Wawa? Is there anything? Okay, is there anything you miss about the East Coast? Anything?
Yeah, Wawa.
Oh, just Wawa. How do you feel about the apartment right now? I mean, you're okay. You got a bed, you got a kitchen. You're chilling. The apartment's okay.
Hey, no, I'm inside.
You're inside. Yeah, just be grateful, right? Yeah. It's one of those things just like God bless that. So I was going to say kind of to rewind a little bit more. Before you went over there to Nevada and California, I think it's good for people to hear. Donovan drove, I need people to know this. He drove his blue Volkswagen across country from Delaware to originally. So it was from Delaware originally to where?
To Vegas.
To Vegas. Okay, yeah.
And then back, and then again.
Back and then again.
I did it 3 times.
So, how was that? Like mentally, how is that on you? Because a lot of people are different. To me, that sounds scary. I guess it's maybe just doing the jump, but for you, when you're doing that drive back and forth across country, because you've done it multiple times already. The first time, let me go back. The first time you did it, how was that to you mentally? Were you scared at all? Like, was there a moment where you're like, oh, I'm alone on the road. What the fuck?
The first night.
Yeah.
Because I was planning, I was like, fuck hotels.
Yeah.
Because like I'm like a 20-something. I'm not trying to pay out the ass for a hotel.
Sure.
And I was broke. Because I was starting a job after I got fired from Amazon. So I was really strapped for cash.
Yeah. Wait, just real quick. Amazon here or Amazon somewhere else?
Amazon in New Jersey.
Oh, New Jersey.
So
okay.
This was almost a year ago.
Yeah. Okay.
In February.
Okay.
Is when I went out here, and the drive, I was nervous. The first night, I was like, I didn't want to fall asleep.
Yeah. Where did you park? Where did you park the first night?
I was in Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh shit!
And I stopped there because it was a city I've heard of.
Yeah. As I'm sure all of us have. Yeah. It's like I've heard that in a movie.
This is Cleveland. Oh, and that's like the coolest part about it because you just see cities that you have heard of.
Yeah.
And like, because all the highways they go around towards the city.
That's cool.
And so I was in Cleveland, and I was like, I didn't know what to do, so I was looking at places that were open, and it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and it was a bar/strip club that was open.
Oh.
And I stayed there and for a few hours until it was daylight, and then
did you grab food there? Because they have food at those places. Did you grab some food and drinks?
Yeah, I grabbed some food.
So you were watching like the strippers and stuff like that while you're just like doing your thing?
Yeah, there were a lot of accosting each trying to get a dance.
Ah, shit.
Like, literally, I'm so sorry. I
Gotta apologize. Like, listen, I'm on the road. I gotta go soon. So, how many stops did you make from Delaware to Vegas that first round? Do you remember?
I think it was like 4 sleeps. 4 sleeps.
4 sleeps. Okay. And the in total, what was it, like 3 days? 4 days? Was it more?
Yeah. I mean, I think the total driving time was 39 hours.
Okay. Jeez.
And I drove about 9 to 10 hours a day.
Do you see anything cool? Biggest ball of yarn? None of that? Or anything?
The stuff I saw cool was so Kansas, fuck Kansas. Well, actually, it's flat, but there are a lot of wind turbines, like those big wind farms.
Yeah.
I've never seen them that close, and it was really cool.
Nice.
Utah is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Like rocks, like
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Yeah, on a different planet.
Yeah. Nice mountain ranges and stuff like that. I'm sure it had a good fucking view.
Oh, but like pro tip, if you think about doing like a road trip and you don't want to stay at a hotel,
yeah,
a lot of the interstates, like the blue and red sign, like that looks weird.
Sure.
They have rest stops for truckers.
And you can like
every couple 100 miles.
Sure. And would you say you can just park there and sleep? Fuck, that's a good fucking point to be made. I guess, yeah. If you're not trying to spend that money, if you're in a tight budget, yeah.
Yeah, and if you feel like sleeping in your car, what I do recommend after doing it a couple times, you want to nap. You want to sleep for a couple hours at a time.
Yeah.
And drive for a couple hours at a time.
Did you find yourself? I hope you wouldn't, but did you find yourself almost falling asleep at the wheel, or were you pretty good about it? You were pretty good about it. Okay.
If I was tired, I'd pull over. And
nice.
2 of the times I went a southern route.
Yeah.
So I'm talking Arkansas, Tennessee, Texas, Oklahoma.
Nice. Because there's different routes you can use. So the southern route, what did you like more, the northern or the southern route? What did you think you liked more?
The more northern route I took was I-70, and that went through Colorado. Now Colorado is beautiful mountains.
Really? Shit.
This is pre-COVID, and I ate at a diner.
Nice.
In a ski town in the mountains.
Yeah.
And those little half and half containers that they give you with coffee?
Yeah.
It was engorged. It was blown up a little bit. Because of the altitude.
Oh shit. Oh, that's crazy. So it's a little blown.
A gas station, bags of chips were inflated.
Oh, that's. Oh fuck! I never thought about that. When you went in there, was that just something you pieced together? You're like, oh, it's because of how high we are. Or did you question it and then someone said something?
No, I figured it out. I was it's because we're so high.
That's crazy. Damn.
Scary drive though. That is a scary highway.
Scary highway.
75 is the speed limit.
Ooh.
Once you get to the ski town, it is high in the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah.
It is downhill for an hour.
Shit.
Steep downhill for an hour. 2-lane road, twisting and turning, trucks.
When you were doing that, were you in the dark or during the day at least?
That was daytime.
Good. Because I feel like that would be 1,000 times worse during the fucking dark, dude. I'd be fucking, oh god. But would you suggest that to anyone? Let's say for me or anyone listening, would you suggest, hey, drive across country? Like you just gave a pro tip. Nap and sleep. Or like you said, the truck drives. Any other tips for anyone that's considering, hey, I want to drive across country or something like that for a trip?
I definitely recommend it.
Yeah.
If you're going solo, you got to be okay with being solo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I think that's a good trait you have though. Like you just kind of you just go with the flow. I think a lot of people mentally would get to them. I really don't know how I would react. I almost want to say I'd be fine, but also like I'd probably go crazy halfway through the drive or something. I don't know though. I think I would need at least one person. I think me personally, I think I would need at least one other person in the car, and I'd be good to go. When do you plan to come back? Do you have any plans yet? What are you doing for Christmas? You're by yourself for Christmas, dude. What do you? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Zoom Christmases.
Zoom Christmases.
I'll try to cook something for myself. Oh, So I was talking to my friend the other day on the phone, and I was like, man, I'm lonely. I don't know, like, I need to hang out with someone. And she was like, volunteer at a soup kitchen. And I was like, that's a great idea.
Seriously, yeah. You can meet a lot of new people there. Now, that's a good thing to do. Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go on the record and say Patagonia is a great employer.
Mm-hmm.
They gave me a COVID raise.
Nice.
I met my manager for the first time, and he was like, "Is your name Donovan?" I was like, "Yeah," and he was like, "Here's a gift card."
Oh fuck! Nice.
For like a grocery store, and like when I worked at Amazon, when I met my manager for the first time, I was being fired.
Yeah. Shit. Is this has this been like a stepping stone for you where you're like, man, like I'm really on my own? You're a grown ass man, dude. You're a grown ass man now. Yeah. And so I'm curious, I'll throw this question at you. Have you met any gals, any ladies, or do you want to talk about that? If you don't want to, we won't. Yeah, we won't go.
Oh, no. I'm fine with talking about it. I haven't.
Oh, you just haven't. No girls at Patagonia or anything like that. No one you met anyone?
There's some cuties.
There's some cuties.
But you know, like it's a factory. It's like loud, and you know everyone's wearing a mask.
Factory. So it's like a Is it like an Amazon warehouse for Patagonia? Is that essentially what it is?
It's just it's like a distribution warehouse. There's a bunch of all the clothes that Patagonia makes is sent there.
By the way, we love Patagonia. Free merch? I don't know. Hey, let's pitch it. Patagonia. If we keep saying the name, maybe we'll get paid. Patagonia. He works for Patagonia.
Maybe I'll get fired.
No. Me and Donovan used to do cross. So real quick, we met. So let's give them a quick history lesson on between us. I was friends with Amani Thurman first in Shumadil Middle School. The first time I met Donovan was at Amani's house. Oh, at their house. I don't remember this. I tell you the story all the time. I had a sleepover with Ryan and Amani there. And my first impression of Donovan was, this guy's an asshole, because we were in Amani's room. And then I remember you were on your Asus laptop, like the really shitty one, at the kitchen table. And then the three of us walked by you, and Amani was like, "Hey, Donovan," and you didn't say anything. And then he closes the door, and he's like, "He hates me. He hates me." And he genuinely he hates me. And then I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, like he hates me." So in my head, I'm like, that Donovan, his brother's an asshole. Fast forward to my sophomore year, your junior year, because I think it was that.
It started with 1, 2.
Oh, right. Fuck.
3.
Amani had this bit where he was in his house and he would just say a random number to you. It was just like a dumb comedy bit, right? He's like 1. And then, maybe me and him talked about it. God, I'm trying to jog my memory.
Talked about it, and you started walking by me in school, and you were a freshman. I was a sophomore.
Yeah.
You started counting the amount of times that we saw each other.
That, or I think me and Amani were texting each other, because Amani in his house would say 1. And then I would so it's as random as you guys are hearing it. Donovan could be in his house. Amani would run up to him and be like 1, and then walk away. I'd walk up to him at school and be like 2. and then I think Amani would follow up with it again, like 3 at his house. And I wouldn't even chat Donovan up afterwards. I would just be like 2, and then I'd run away, leaving Donovan completely fucking confused.
I don't even think I had your number at that point.
No, you didn't. We only knew each other. We only knew each other through Amani, and we were both side characters to each other's show. Truthfully, that's really what it was. But then our friendship grew through cross country when I did it all 4 years, but you joined junior year then. Yeah, he joined his junior year because I was a sophomore, and our friendship kind of sprouted from there. We ran cross country and stuff like that, and that just
bonded into that.
Yeah, we bonded. What was your PR? Do you remember?
It was 1932.
Oh, nice. Okay, mine was 1955. Could I run that now? I don't know. I don't know if I could run that. Have you been?
I had a thought today. Like I was like, it's getting close to now or never for breaking a PR. Actually, maybe that's not true.
It's not.
I met someone a 30-year-old that ran like an 18-minute.
No, dude. I feel like if we like 100, I'm not even worried about it. I tell myself if I just put in the work, I would definitely be able to break it again. But it's like, do I have time to put in the work and stuff like that? Yeah, I tried, dude. I've been running like 2 or 3 times a week, man. Because it's so hard because daylight savings kicked the fuck in. I don't know how dark does it get there by 5 o'clock for you? It gets fucking dark here.
The sun has set.
What's that?
The sun has set.
Oh, the sun has set. Because 5 o'clock here, man, it's like, I saw a post someone was like, did they put fucking NyQuil in the fucking daylight savings? Because it sucks because I used to, during the summer, I would after work go for a run at Glasgow Park because it's right down the fucking road. But now it's like, I have my treadmill at home, but it doesn't feel the same, It doesn't feel the same. It's like, so I try my best to run during the weekends now, but it's just the most I can do. Now I just kind of go home. I'm glad I'm keeping this podcast. I mean, it's keeping me occupied for sure. Yeah, that's the best part.
I am exercising though.
Okay.
Like,
what are you doing? Like sit-ups and stuff like that? I
do push-ups and I have 2 dumbbells.
Nice. Okay.
And they're really old and
is
they
that something
come apart with a wrench.
Did you bring those with you on the road trip or is that something you just bought?
Yeah.
Oh, smart man. Yeah. Smart man.
I know. I didn't use them the entire summer because for my work, I was working out.
Yeah.
Those chainsaws are like 20 pounds, and you hold a 20-pound thing up here for 4 hours.
Yeah.
Workout.
So you're staying healthy. That's good. How when it comes to COVID though, like, are you feeling like you haven't had any scares, right? No COVID scares.
For myself?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Good. No symptoms. I told you about when I got positive, right? A lot of people know about that too. Yeah, that's fucking no symptoms. Thank God.
I told you around when that happened.
I think you did. Yeah, maybe you did. Yeah, because I was fucking that isolation shit was fucking getting to me. I was like, oh my God. But yeah, I'm glad you haven't had any scares, dude. I'm glad you're staying healthy.
The company tests everyone every 2 weeks.
Nice. Have you done the nose one yet? Is it the nose? Okay. Is it hurt? I haven't done the nose one yet.
No, it just made my eyes water.
Yeah. Okay.
It was like uncomfortable, and I was like,
are you one of? So let's say someone walks through your apartment door right now. Donovan, here's the vaccine. Are you one of those that takes it right away, or are you kind of hesitant?
Of course, I'm gonna take it right away.
You'll take it right away. I think. Yeah. See, for me, I'm not opposed to it, but I want to hear people's reactions to it first. That's all I want to hear. I just want to hear, okay, how did you feel? And if they feel fine after like a month or 2, I'm all for it. I don't want to, because I don't want to, like, people, because I don't want to be like one of the first people to take it. Next thing you know, I'm growing like a horn or like on my head or something.
You know what? But like, before they got approved, they went on a trial, and I think there was like 100,000 people in the trial or something.
Yeah.
And 95% of them
were good.
We're good.
We're good to go. I mean, at the end of the day, I think it is gonna turn out fine for all of us. I think it will turn out fine. Hopefully, this is the hope we've been wanting.
Some people are allergic to vaccines.
Yeah.
But that is a vast minority of people.
Right.
A very small amount.
Okay. This is what I need to hear. I need to hear this from you.
and I am telling you this, like, because I have no one to hang out with, I am well read in my virus.
I'm sure. You've been doing your Pfizer readings. And also, did you hear about the $600 stimulus? That should be good for you too. That's.
I'm probably not going to get
it. You don't think so? I thought it was for. Do you have direct deposit? I'm pretty sure direct deposit gets it first.
So I got a new bank because my bank.
You lost your debit card.
Does not reach out here.
Oh, PNC doesn't reach out there. Duh. But you also lost your debit card recently. I remember you told me that story.
Yeah, so that's how I found out that they don't reach out here.
Yeah. Well, what bank are you at now?
Online banking.
Online banking.
It's like an app. It's like it's the new Gen Z millennial thing, you know.
Oh, okay. As long as you can trust it, I guess. Yeah. Do you ever miss being a kid? Do you ever just sit in your apartment and you're like, I miss kind of like just jerking off in my room doing kid shit, or.
I have thought about like, I remember when I didn't have any responsibilities. But I kind of like the challenge. I've been thinking about ways that I can like be like mentally healthy.
Sure.
While like, you know, being so alone, because even like when I was doing like in Bumblefuck, like in like not in a city,
Yeah.
I was with people all the I was like, hey, I was like living with the people I was working with.
Sure.
But now I'm like living alone.
Yeah.
And so it's easy, I think, sometimes to get in like a spiral thinking of like what I don't have.
Yeah.
Or like what's happening right now sucks.
Yeah.
You know? Like I can find myself thinking like, oh fuck COVID. You know what I mean?
Because a lot of people, I think a lot of people in your position, and honestly me included, would probably be sitting in that apartment that you're in right now, being like, oh my god, I miss this, I don't have that here, and then it builds up on them mentally. But for you, so yeah, what are your tips for people like that, like you know, just kind of avoid that in the for their future?
I was listening to another podcast.
Okay.
And they said something that really touched me, and it was like, well, you gotta want what you already have.
Yeah. Sure.
And how do you do that? That's so easy to say, but so hard to do. And like maybe just for a moment, imagine what it was like to not have something you really care about a little bit. So when I first moved in here, I still didn't have my debit card, and I was running out of cash.
Fuck.
And I didn't have enough money for a bed.
Yeah.
And because I have camping stuff. So I slept on a camping pad and a sleeping bag and a pillow.
Okay.
And I did that for a week. And I was like, oh my God, my back hurts. I'm like waking up so early.
Yeah.
And then once I got like all my shit situated and I was able to buy like a mattress, I laid in bed. I was like, you know what? I am so glad I have a mattress.
Nice. Yeah. So at that point now, so it is
keep that memory.
It is nice. So it is one of those things where it's the little things. It's at this point now, it's like the little things, but that's awesome, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, like take a moment, like if you're like bored or whatever. Oh wow, whoa! I'm in a house.
Yeah. It could be a lot worse.
I know where I'm gonna eat. I'm fed.
Yeah.
I can shower.
I think because those are the main thing. As long as if you can tell yourself, you know what, I'm okay. I'm actually okay. Because I do tell a lot of people that when they're feeling like down in the dumps or something like that, like I think everyone should take a step back in whatever situation they're in and be like, I'm okay. You know what? Like at the end of the day, like you're good though. I mean, of course, like everyone has their own like, you know, situations, but a lot of people, I think, you know, find your okay. Find that space in your head where you're like, I'm good, I'm okay, and
or like find the things like, you know, because this time of year that you're grateful for.
Yeah.
Just like really like think hard. It's a new year, you know, like what good happened this year? What are you so glad? Ethan, what are you so glad that happened this year?
What am I so glad that happened? Genuinely, I've told you this. The new kind of community I'm in, the youth group, with my friend Gilbert and Laura and them.
That's great. What a positive.
Even with COVID, because you know COVID is this thing that's taking away social stuff. I was actually able to. I mean, granted, maybe we were risking it too much with that youth group trip. There was a few of us on there, but I met a lot of new people this year. Granted, now could it have been better without COVID? Sure, but this year,
it doesn't matter to worry about.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, one thing I am able to tell myself at the end of this year, I met a lot of cool, new, fun people that are Filipino. I didn't have like a Filipino like connection before when it comes to friends. Of course, my family, but when it comes to like friendship wise, like I had a few spurts here and there. But this is like a crew that knows my culture and stuff like that, and like you know, they talk about we talk about God and like I actually before the reason I delayed our Zoom to 8:00 was because I was doing a Bible study with them on Zoom. So it's just like it's a fun little thing that I'm able to walk away with. And also another thing I can take away is COVID helped me, you know, want to start a podcast too. COVID and Rex, because Rex, I don't know if you knew, Rex started a podcast, King's Tales. And it's great. He started it before I started mine. Yeah, and it's really good, man.
Where can I get this?
Type it on Spotify, King's Tales. I'll send you a link. But
I don't think I have his number anymore. I love him.
He's gonna be on as a guest. He's gonna be on as a guest too on here. But dude, he has Rex. I think maybe 8 or 10 episodes, and it's just him. He has no guest, and he just talks about like his struggles and how he overcomes them. It's fucking great. And it's Rex, dude. It's fucking Rex. And when I saw him, he started that around the start of COVID. And when I saw that, it kind of made me be like, I have a lot of free time. So I started that movie podcast, and now I started this, and we're going to get back to the movie podcast. And it's like, I guess these are things that I'm glad, you know, I did this year. I'm just glad I did this year, you know? Yeah. And I'm sure for you, like you've done a lot of things too when it comes to moving around and shit like that. Like what's a few things for you?
I hadn't traveled outside of, like, the farthest I'd been away from Delaware was Florida, and that is just not true now in every single way.
So now you've been in multiple states now, dude. Yeah, you can jot that down.
I rented my first apartment.
Yeah.
I stayed at hotels that I booked myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, it was crazy.
Yeah, so like for anyone listening, sit back and tell yourself for this year, what did I accomplish? Or not even accomplish. What's something good that just happened to me this year? I think that's what everyone should take away from this.
What are you grateful for?
What are you grateful for? All right, because this episode is gonna come back before New Year's, so this will come out next week on Tuesday. So literally, think about this, everyone. When New Year starts, 2021, what are you grateful for this year, and how can you grow on that next year? Yeah, that's a good one. But
reflection and growth are very closely related.
Yeah,
you gotta reflect on what happened to grow.
Exactly. Yeah. And do what you love. Fuck. Because like, oh my God, this is something I always like, I gotta like get through to people. But like, I feel like a lot of people are hesitant to like, I've talked to people that want to start YouTube channels and like stuff like this. And they just think like they don't have what it takes. You do. Like literally, I don't know what I'm doing right now. Like, I somehow just figured it out. Just get some cheap equipment. It doesn't have to be all that fancy. I'm glad I got this. You see this little fancy doohickey here?
Oh, I see it.
It makes it really official. I got two more. But for Christmas, my parents, I know, because I asked, they got me some more equipment to help me out with this new setup. And it's gonna be good, man. Yeah, I'm excited to see how this can evolve. And yeah, and again, I'm booked for the weekend, which is fucking great. Yeah, it's good, and people enjoy it. Yeah, I love it, dude.
You know why I enjoy it? Because I feel like I'm hanging out with you.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, seriously. Like this, this is cool.
I don't know how long they were, but I watched the whole thing, and I was just like hanging out, eating. And
I love it.
Laughing to your jokes.
That's exactly what I was trying to go for too. Is like, I like a lot of people are like. I mean, granted, I should have topics set up, but I almost like the rawness of just catching up. Because we didn't set anything up. It was like, hey, I'm going to call you on Zoom, and then let's just talk. And this is dope. Like, this is amazing. And it's recorded, like, for people to listen to. Hopefully people enjoy it. Maybe it feels like they're here, too, if they're feeling, like, alone or something. Like, hey, let me listen to Ethan's podcast. And
I feel like I got more comfortable as, like, I forgot that we were even doing it. Like, I knew, but, like...
Yeah, sure. Definitely, yeah. How amazing is this? Like, let's acknowledge this for a moment. You're in fucking Nevada, and I'm recording you. We're talking across the fucking country. Look, Donovan's nodding because he's like, Ethan always talks about this kind of shit.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
It's amazing.
Just yesterday, I was on a Zoom call with my brother and dad.
Nice.
And I told them the year was 2000, and Pokemon Indigo League was on the CW on Saturday mornings.
Yeah.
And Ash Ketchum would be on his adventure, and he would stop by a Pokemon Center.
Yeah.
And call Professor Oak on a video call.
Yeah.
And I was like, look, that's the future.
Yeah.
In Pokemon Land, they can talk to people on video that, like, on the phone.
Yeah. And now look at us. You're Professor Oak, and I'm Ash. Or
7 years later, the iPhone comes out. We're young bulls. We're full of hormones. Yeah. And then another 12 years, here we are.
Dude, I am so happy that we were born at this time where I think we got the best of both worlds, where we kind of lived in our young years without all this technology, and we're also kind of growing with it. So we kind of had a feel. We had a foot in the kind of like social world without phones and shit, a caller ID and stuff like that. And then also we're evolving into that new world, you know? Imagine not being like, I just feel like it's crazy. I feel like back then things were moving at a slower pace. Now things are so fucking quick. Like Elon is now starting fucking commercial flights to fucking space or something like that. Like what the fuck is this? Things like inventions and things are moving quick. I personally think it should stop at holograms. We shouldn't do any more. But what's like a future thing you're looking forward to? Like, oh, I can't wait for this to get invented. Like anything specific comes to mind?
You know,
or
I kind of want.
Or do you want it to stop? Do you think it's scary how far we're going with technology?
I think what I want technology to do most is to make like energy efficient transportation.
Okay. Sure. That's good.
I think the subway, but the same reliability, but for the entire country.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a train, the much cheaper public transit.
Okay, everybody. Well, thanks for listening to this new episode of Ethan Hahn Plus One. That's kind of a hybrid. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully this worked. Hopefully, I think the audio sounds good from Donovan's end. And just thanks for tuning in to this new version. I can do this with anyone. If you want to come in person, come in person. If you want to do it through Zoom, clearly it works. I mean, hopefully it works. I haven't edited yet. But again, thanks for tuning in. Subscribe to the channel, Ethan Hahn Productions. Share the video. Share this Spotify audio. It's gonna be on. This is now on Spotify and Apple. I'm getting paid for this now. Monetized podcast. I just earned my first 10 cents, so that's exciting. And yeah, again, if you wanna join in, hit me up either through Zoom or in person. It can work. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. This has been Ethan Hahn.
Plus one.
Oh, that was actually really funny. Okay, he forgot his cue. All right.
I was so zoned out.
He was mesmerized by my charismatic attitude. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. See you later.